This is the largest vintage costume jewelry collection that we have ever seen. You guys mind if I open up the garage? All right, let's go. These are heavy. We're gonna have to go to the other side. This is the largest jewelry collection we've ever brought to auction. It's like 20 degrees out here in Michigan. Let's go inside, see what we got. This collection is 97 years of collecting amazing, amazing pieces, like even just right off the top, amazing brooches, incredible costume jewelry pieces. So I'm really excited to see what we have in here. This is gonna be an amazing unboxing. Just a little bit about this collection. This lady, when she passed away, was 97 years old. Her family has several amazing collections that we're handling for them at auction. One of them is this jewelry collection. And I wanted to show you guys this because this is like the most incredible vintage costume jewelry collection I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of great silver pieces in there as well, a little bit of gold pieces, but mostly large rhinestone from the 50s and 60s. And then at the end, stick around because we're gonna show you where you can get your hands on all of this amazing jewelry. I'm just talking about some of these crates are 50, 60 pounds, and they're completely full and ready to burst open. So let's check it out. All right, so we're gonna first unbox the first box. Let's see what's in here. I'm really excited about it. I haven't actually been through any of this yet, so this just came back to the warehouse today. But what I did see of the collection was really incredible. And by the way, this lady also collected Disney, so we'll probably see a little bit of vintage Disney stuff in here as well. So the first box. So when we're talking about vintage jewelry, it's this type of thing. It's this type of thing that we see that sells really well. So incredible vintage jewelry that we have. A lot of this stuff is signed. This one's signed. Check it out. It says made in Austria. So some of the best vintage jewelry is made in Austria. That's a really great piece right there. We'll put it right there. Because we're going through this vintage watches. We do super well with vintage ladies watches. This one is, let's see, Endure. It's a really cool vintage ladies watch. Sure, there it is. That's a cool piece. Right now, vintage brooches are super hot. People are really getting into them. So a piece like this sells really well. Looks like she paid $25 for it. This is something that will sell for $50 to $75 pretty easily. So we'll place it over in this pile. Vintage rings, they're really beautiful pieces. This one's got sort of like an opal stone on it. That's really cool. And that one might be gold. Let's check it out. No, it's not gold, but it is a cold stone. And that's a lot of great little vintage pieces right there. So we'll just put all of these in a little bag. And those are good little vintage pieces. We got rings like this that have turquoise in them. People love turquoise. Sells really hot. Something like this will sell really well. This is another rhinestone brooch. This one's unsigned, but it's like a crown. That's really desirable right now. So it's a super good piece. Let's see what else. Ooh, another big brooch. Oh, look at that. That's like super sparkly. But this one is signed. That's a Trifari brooch. And so Trifari, we've sold pieces of vintage Trifari for like $2,600. This is not really that type of piece, but it is still a good piece, vintage Trifari. So that'll definitely be in the auction pile. But that piece is probably going to be about a $200 brooch. You know, one of the hardest things, but one of the most time-consuming things is when you have pieces like this that are all tangled. This is a bunch of different gold chains, delicate gold chains, which people love to buy. So we'll have somebody detangle those with the auction. Same thing right here. We have, oh, this is nice. So this right here is a sterling heart cameo. And a cameo is going to be a, you know, this one's probably carved out of a shell, so it's a carving. This cameo is also signed, which is nice, but it's a nice sterling silver piece. that's been carved. A lot of those are Victorian era, random pulls out of the box. Now this is a belt buckle someone's gonna want for sure. That's pretty intense. This piece is pretty great as well from a vintage standpoint. And rhinestones, but this is actually probably like a shoe buckle right here. And so you'll have to have a pair of those. That one's a shoe buckle. That's pretty cool. We dig through, that's another one that's like that. So in this box, there's a few really good pieces, a lot of like estate sale style jewelry that we're gonna sell. So this brooch, rhinestone brooch, really beautiful. This one is signed as well. That's another Austria piece. So that's super great. So also there's these like amazing brooches like this. This one's a hummingbird with the rhinestones, which is really nice. This is Vendome, so that's probably like $100 piece right there. That's what there's gonna be in all this stuff, is really amazing rhinestone jewelry from the 60s and 70s. A lot of beautiful pieces. This is actually like a copper piece, and it's a little Bugs Bunny, rhinestone Bugs Bunny. And that piece is pretty sweet. That's a cool find actually. Things like this is what people really want right now. It's another brooch. I don't see a signature on this one, but it's so high quality that people love that. It's really cool. So these are usually sterling silver or gold when it has this type of pattern. It has the rose gold, it has white gold, and then regular gold type of pattern on it. Another vintage, which I don't see a signature on this one. Another vintage brooch that's really killer. That one's amazing. So all sorts of treasures throughout here. There's a Nolan Miller piece, so that's not that old, but it's still pretty desirable. All these things people are going to want for sure. Sorry, I'm really dramatic, so let's go. Let's see what's in here. Right out the gate, we have amazing little hat pins, and they're all signed as well. More rhinestone pieces. Another Nolan Miller piece. I already see something in this one. So this is going to be a sterling silver onyx piece that's Native American, so that's really cool. That's a really great piece of jewelry. We've sold a lot of Native American jewelry. There it is, a lot of Native American jewelry. And we do very well with it. People love it. There's a lot of these pieces in here, so that's a sterling silver piece as well. Same thing with this one. I'm gonna be careful because it's a little tangled as we pull it out. So all of this is amazing sterling, Native American style, or Southwestern style is what they would call it. So this bag is full of a bunch of that stuff. This could be signed. It says TCA 1986 sterling. That's like a little Southwestern piece. We have these guys right here. These are great. So this one has mother of pearl, turquoise on it, onyx, and it actually has a little diamond in it, which is pretty phenomenal. It's a great piece of jewelry. So I don't really fit it, but that's what that would look like. And then this is really, oh, there's one hiding in there. So that's probably, I don't know if that's a red coral. I actually am not sure what this is, but it is another signed piece, PLN, Navajo or Southwestern sterling. That one's signed as well. So that one matches, if you remember, this piece. Those kind of go together. So we might be able to find some earrings in here that match these as well. That's some treasure. There's some more sterling necklace. Let's see what's in the bag. Oh man, I see something amazing. Wow. That one's signed as well. ARP. That's a Native American piece. It says, I'm not gonna try to read it and mess it up, but it's signed. We'll let our auction team get through that. So that's a really, really cool piece right there. A ton of treasures in here. Let's see what's in the rest of these bags. There's another piece that's incredible. So this one has a tag on it for about $700, $685, and which is super cool. And I believe we'll be able to get right around that at auction. Current market value would be around $600 to $1,000 on a piece like that. So that's an amazing piece. Now, the point here is that what we help families with is we want to find the people who will really enjoy and love these pieces forevermore, you know, until they pass them down or until they sell them and then the next person gets to own them. So we're really just a steward of the items for as long as we have them here, and then they'll move on to their next owner eventually. That's a really cool pendant on there, another sterling piece. This little bag is turning out to be pretty good so far. Look at that. RB Sterling. It's really cool. So this is an interesting piece. So this is what's called a fetish necklace. We usually get for something like this, of this size, probably around $300-400 for it. Yeah, this is another Native American type piece. And all the little animals on it are super cute. So you gotta be really careful with these items because they're really fragile. The beads on them are really delicate. We have a couple of brooches. So this one says sterling. It's signed on the back. I don't know if you can get a view of the signature at all. But that one's really beautiful. And then this one is signed as well and has a little piece of turquoise in it. So really beautiful pieces. So some of this we'll put to auction. Some of it will sell at estate sale. Some of it will sell on Whatnot. There's all sorts of different platforms for each level of jewelry that we sell. And we utilize all of the platforms so that we can get the best value for our clients. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, so already in here I see turquoise, I see a ton of rhinestone, I see hand-painted pieces in here, I see some bone pieces in here, I see some Murano glass in here, some crystal, some Austrian crystal. This is a great bag. I see a piece in there I want to go for. Ooh, I'm excited to show you this piece. So I'm not going to detangle it right now, but look at that. That is a beautiful piece. It's an antique piece. I don't know what that stone is, but all of this is enameled on there. All of those little green pieces, green little leaves. But there's all sorts of great things. This right here is like a Victorian necklace. It's really gorgeous. If you or someone you know, like if you've had a loved one that has pieces like this, put in the comments below if you've seen any of these pieces before or pieces like these. Like that's an incredible piece right there. Just pulled out of a bag, and we'll basically clean it up and we'll take photos of it. We'll put it behind, we'll put it in light and bring it to life and give it a new life by taking it to auction. So I love what we do with that. It's really amazing. We'll set that one aside. There's a lot of great stuff in this bag. It's not just that piece. This piece is amazing. This piece is amazing. This piece is amazing. Oops. Wow. Okay, so look at this beaded coral necklace. Just pulling it out right there. That one's really, really dope. Really amazing. There's a lot of treasure that the team is going to have to sort through on this set. This stuff in this bag is really old. This is some good, you know, 1940s, 1930s, and earlier. Like this cameo is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So there's a ton of treasure in here. We haven't even made it into like any of our big boxes yet over here. And we're already finding some, like I said, some of the most amazing costume jewelry I've ever seen is in this collection. And every box is full of it. Like, look at this rhinestone necklace. It's a beautiful piece. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right. Look at that. Look at that brooch right there. That's a vintage brooch. And this one is signed. And if I say the name wrong, don't judge me. Brana, B-A-R-N-I-A. Brianna. That's a really cool piece. That actually looks quite old. It actually looks like gold. So something like this brooch, if it's costume, you know what makes me think it's gold is that it's all gold back in the way that it's like faceted back there. But it's probably just costume. And if it's costume, this piece would sell for $150 to $300. So that's a phenomenal. I mean, and we have boxes and bins full of this stuff. Let's see if there's any other little treasures I can pull out. That one's crazy. That one's vintage. Let's see. This one is signed. It says Stanley Hager, New York City. Hagler. piece like this could be like $300 to $500. So what's amazing to me about jewelry is that I know it looks like just a bin of stuff right here, but every individual piece has a story, and every single individual piece can be sold by itself to someone new. And so what looks like just a big box of stuff actually ends up being like hundreds and hundreds of different sales to hundreds of different people. And all the pieces get to relive their story into the next person. So super cool. We're gonna set this stuff back in there for now, and let's open the next box. It is full of the same exact stuff. These are amazing pieces. She loved Nolan Miller, so there's a lot of that stuff in here. This one is signed somebody different, a little turquoise guy. This one's Butler and Wilson. You have this necklace with the parrot. Another Nolan Miller piece. All right, so every box that I find, I'm gonna open without looking at it first, and then we can see if there's actually anything in it or not. So are you ready? Boom. All right, what do we have in here? So now we're opening it together. So this might all be Nolan Miller, might be someone else. Yeah, Nolan Miller on that. So that stuff's super collectible. People love it. Let's see what else we got. A little squirrel with a little amber tail. That's super cute. Wow. Amazing collection of rhinestone jewelry. So this one's cool. I don't know, that's how you open it. So this one's a watch. It's a snake and a watch. A snake and then a watch. Let's see what else we find here. Big chain. So like I said, costume jewelry, 4 days. Ton of vintage earring sets, pins, brooches, massive brooches. I don't even know what that is. 3 lanterns. You could also use this one as a brooch or a pendant. It has a little hook so you can put it on a chain as well. That's KJL. You have another snake guy up here, which is KJL. Well, these are beautiful though, with the little rhinestones on them. Let's check this piece out. So this is a Trifari piece. We do really well with Trifari. I see this little jade, and then this little turquoise piece coming out. See, I personally like these little cute little cats or dogs. What is that, a cat or a dog? It's like a cat but with a dog face. I don't know. There we go. It's a lemur. These are beautiful little, it's probably KJ as well as I drop them. Kenneth J. Lane. So really great earring set right here. Probably went like that actually. Really beautiful. But like this stuff does super well. Right here. Piece like this. You have this pendant right here. And beautiful necklace. Let's see what else we can find. That's the thing, out of all the jewelry, you gotta kind of look because then you find a little gem like this guy right here. Oh, who knows what's hiding beneath here. It's a Weiss pin, which is just a really good maker of vintage jewelry. All right. Let's see what's in the next bit. Now me, I love jewelry actually, and our company sells about $1 million in jewelry a year. I don't even know if I held this piece up or if we even saw this piece. I don't even know where it came from, but I just saw it. Like, that's crazy. And that's a brooch that goes like that. And let's see what we can find on there. If there's any signature. I don't see one on that piece, but it's pretty intense. That's a great piece. So this is gonna be a ton of work to get through. We're gonna open these up, look at them, and decide which one we wanna do next. First, ta-da! Very, not exciting yet. We're gonna start here. Every time I'm gonna slam it down to show you how heavy it is, to be dramatic. Or like I said, every box I open, I'm not gonna look in first, we're just gonna open it, and hopefully it's not just a bunch more boxes or something. So let's see, is there any treasures in there? There is a bunch of good stuff in there. First of all, this King Tut guy with the little amber in it. That's a really cool piece. I don't know where you wear it, but probably to the pyramids. Maybe out on a Saturday night, I like it. Interesting. We have a watch chain here. And actually it's just a bracelet. This bracelet, where'd my loop go? So this bracelet is in the style of like a lady's Rolex chain. And let's see what it says on here. That one says 750. That one's 750 as well. So both of these, that means that both of these are 18 karat gold. So just these two pieces right here, these two bracelets, and well, this one's a necklace and that one's a bracelet. We'll be able to sell these for about $3,700. So that's pretty good. We're just getting into this box. So let's see what other treasures await. I consider that we have probably $20,000, $30,000 worth of jewelry between all of these chests, but we'll see. We'll see at auction what they bring. So this is an interesting vintage set. This is actually a belt. That's what I just realized. This is a belt, but it's interesting. It's definitely from the 60s. So let's put that in there. Let's see what else we got. Same thing, signed piece. Beautiful rhinestone. Perfect for Valentine's Day. In here, there's just a lot of pieces like this. All right, let's look under these and see what we have. Actually, nothing under that. That's perfect. So pretty exciting box. Beautiful set of pearls in here. Wow. Let's see what we have. So there's a lot of different treasures in here. I already see things that I love. So nice, that's a vintage, probably from the 50s, rhinestone. We have a lot of pieces in here. We have a little watch ring, have some earrings. This is a pretty phenomenal set right here. It's probably gonna be Austrian crystal as well. Let's see if this one's signed. So this is a little set. Super cute, it's not signed. This is incredible. So let's dissect this a little bit. So basically you have a leaf, you have like these little turquoise, or I'm not sure what this blue stone is in there. Then you have this little bird that has a little nest of eggs in there. I don't know if you could see that, but that is pretty phenomenal. That's what makes this stuff special, you know, that has such intricate detail, has a story. This one is signed, so let's see what it says. Jewels by Julio. That's a pretty great piece. Another thing that people love are like these little beads, like this one. Super great, it's hard to see that. And large vintage brooch. That one's signed as well. So that's what I'm saying, a ton of signed costume jewelry. Like this piece is phenomenal. This is one of my favorite pieces so far. And this one is going to be from, man, I don't want to say these names wrong. So Shriner or New York City. We're just gonna leave it at that. Something like this piece is pretty old. It's pretty elaborate. It's very delicate. It's probably going to sell for around $500 to $800. And we do have the earrings to match it. And they're old. Like this is a pretty old piece right here. We're gonna have to look into that one a little more. Let's see what we have down here. Another large brooch pulled out of here. And same thing. Another great piece. This is what I get excited about when I see these brooches this size, and of course this size is like to die for. This is the exciting stuff. I mean, besides obviously all the other exciting stuff that we found. This is crazy. Unfortunately, it's not my style, but for the right person, this is killer. These are amazing. So these little wings on this guy, and this little bee, are enamel. So those are baked on there. And then it has a pearl as its abdomen. I don't see any signature on that. That's a great piece. And they have also a little one to match down here that has like little turquoise, but I think it's plastic. So that one's a cool piece as well. And even like, if we go in through like this piece of wood, like this tree. I don't know how it's supposed to lay, but it's just crazy. There's a couple other really cool pieces in there that we didn't get to. But we're gonna pack this one up. There's another one right underneath it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, dang. All right, so this one doesn't have as much in it, but it has some really cool pieces. Like this piece. And that might be newer. I'm not quite sure. This signed. Might not be. Thelma D. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't pronounce the last name. That's a really great piece. This is a really phenomenal piece right here. Wow. It's crazy. Let's see the signature on that one. Let's see what else. Let's go. There's these little sterling silver filigree pieces. This is really delicate and intricate. And we also have the earrings to match that. And also the earrings for the other piece I pulled out earlier are right down there. So let's see about this piece. So this is kind of interesting because it's a brooch. It would hang like that. It has a little piece of jade in it right there, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. We have so many bins to get through. I'm just going to pull out another one of these. This one's heavy. So right off the bat, I see we have down here sterling silver Mickey. That's pretty cool. And it's a tax code piece. Then we have another one that looks like it could be sterling. Right here, Disney Dimensions. It's not marked sterling from what I can see, but we'll find out. That one is that Dopey? No, that's a Mickey. That's a Mickey Fantasia right there. If that's sterling, that's a pretty cool piece. Fantasia is my favorite Disney movie. And another Mickey right there. So I told you we were gonna find some Disney in here. There's an Ariel in there. This is Mickey Pearls right here, coming at you. This one's a little charm bracelet, Mickey Mouse. And then this one is a pearl necklace. Or actually it's a bracelet. Let's see if we can find out who made it. I also see another Fantasia piece. That's right here. Super cool, another Disney Dimensions piece. And they are sterling because I see this one's marked 925. So that's super cool. And this one has a bunch of Mickey stuff in it. So let's go over here. And I see this piece right out the gate. I'm guessing that something like this should be Swarovski crystal. We're gonna find out. It is a watch. It says pearl quartz. And that's super cute. All sorts of Disney pearls. Another Disney pearl necklace. So this is the Disney bag right here. So here we have a rhinestone Mickey Mouse. And he is all sterling silver. And he has enamel on him as well. He is signed. It says sterling. And then it also says JJ, which is probably the signature. And it says sterling and it says Disney on it. So this literally says sterling and that one says Disney. So it says Disney twice, sterling twice, and that's a great piece. Mickey Mouse sterling brooch. That'll be collectible. And then also, since we're here, we gotta look at it. We have a magic carpet brooch. That one's not sterling, but it's pretty cool. Let's go to the next. And just by the way, we're only through the first bin. We're not even through the first bin. So what I see is over here, I'll pull out the best pieces. This one, this one, this one. That's pretty cool too, actually. This one's crazy, this watch, which is Kenneth J. Lane as well. And then you have these boots, which are Kenneth J. Lane. But these pieces are pretty phenomenal. It's Nolan Miller and Kenneth J. Lane pieces right there. Then we have what looks to be a sterling frog in there. This piece is gorgeous. That one's a Trifari piece. That one's pretty cool. I actually don't know. You can tell me in the comments. Yeah, tell me in the comments. Is this a brooch? Or is this a hat? Do you put in a hat? Like, how do you wear this? What do you do with this? Tell me what's up. Educate me in the comments. Look at that. Wow. It's another signed piece of vintage jewelry. That one is crazy. It's super beautiful. And then we have this piece. I'm not sure how you're supposed to wear this bracelet or ring maybe. And you have something like this down there. This piece looks a little bit nicer to me, but I think it's still costume. You can barely see the stamp. So we're gonna check this one out because I feel like that one could be gold. So we're gonna put that one aside and check it out later. I see another couple up here that I really like. Oh, it's just a Joan Rivers, but it's beautiful. People like that stuff right now. We're doing super hot with that stuff right now. Same thing right here, Nolan Miller. So these are to die for. If you're into rhinestone, large brooches, huge pieces. This is another necklace, or sorry, bracelet. I'm saying the wrong thing all week about everything. But as you keep going through, I found like another treasure right here. I was about to close this, but then I saw this. And this is like a little bird with her little nest. And this one's signed Jeannie, or Jean. And that's a phenomenal piece too. So tons of great stuff in here. Just never ending amazing pieces.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning into our jewelry video, which we'll get back to in just a second. But quick question, do you have vintage gold, silver, or designer jewelry that you want to sell? What if I told you we could auction your jewelry and get you top dollar? Instead of selling it for a set price, we have the buyers compete, often getting you more than you think. It's a hassle-free way to sell, and we will handle everything from the evaluations to actual auction day. Just click the link below and fill out a short form to get started. We'll handle the rest. And now, enjoy the rest of your video.
I feel like this is supposed to be upside down, like it is upside down, but the bottom broke out, probably because there was so much jewelry in it. So we're gonna see what's in here. So I already see some mother of pearl things. That's really crazy. I don't know what stone that is, but that one is ice cold. So that's a good sign. A lot of mother of pearl brooch or necklaces with different stones on them. This owl piece, little mother of pearl owl. So obviously mother of pearl is the pearl shell, so a clam shell. And then a lot of times you have something like this, which is carved like a cameo. So that's how a cameo is made, very similarly to that. So that's a beautiful piece. I love this one with the flamingo. They're all really great. It's just a ton of it. Pink quartz, with the pink quartz heart. Really cool piece. Beads, look at that. So that is a sterling silver bracelet. And that one is going to be, it's not signed. It's gonna clasp like that. That's a great piece. All right, we're gonna pull that over. More Disney stuff throughout. Things like this. People are going crazy for this stuff right now. So costume jewelry galore. All right, we got another box. So now usually what's in a box like this is a hat pin. So let's see. Usually what's in this box is a hat pin, so we're gonna find out. So this one is a beautiful brooch. Probably diamond. That's a great piece. What does this say? So that one, it's just the lady's name that owned it. So let's see. Let's pull this out and see if we can find out if it's gold. It does have a marking right here. It's really small on these pieces to find the marking. So that's why we bring our jewelry back to the office, because you have to be able to spend the time to go through every single piece. And we take all of that type of thing to auction. So this one says, it says 14 karat. So that's 14 karat diamond antique brooch right there, which is a great piece. We're gonna set that aside. Even the box is valuable. Like I can get $50 just for that box. So let's see what else. We got another sterling silver piece. This one has mother of pearl inlay to it in an Aztec form. So this one's like a Mexican silver piece. That's beautiful. Let's see what else we can find. Another mother of pearl. That's sterling silver. There is a ton of great stuff in this box. I love this piece. Boom. Huge piece, chunky. Let's see what we can pull out of here. All right, here's a bag. So this one has a ton of sterling silver Mickey and like Mickey Mouse with different stones, precious, semi-precious stones worked into it. But, so this is what's interesting. So this is cool. This is really cool stuff, actually. And I need to get this out without breaking it. All right, so you have all of this beautiful Disney sterling silver pieces right here, which are super great. And then you have this one, which is gold. And that's gonna be a nice gold piece, 14 karat, with the semi-precious stones, Mickey Mouse pennant on chain. Sounds really beautiful. And we're gonna put these aside because this is like a really good collection that we can take to auction. And I'm gonna show what the bag is. All right, what other treasures are gonna be in here? Another silver piece with some stones in it. I actually have no idea what these stones are. It is a Taxco piece. That means it's like a Mexican sterling piece. And these are really collectible. I see other ones in here as well, like this one, which is another Taxco piece. And I see this gorgeous piece right here. This is going to be older. It's filigree. Let's open it up and see if it has any markings on it. Nothing marked on this one. That must mean it's just a base metal, but it's still old. And it has this enameling in it, and it has pearls all around it. And the stone is either glass or some sort of stone potentially. And then it has little glass, little shells. This one's missing right here, which is super sad. But there's that one right there. And then all this enameling, beautiful enamel, and then filigree work in here is gorgeous. It's unreal. We find out today that I love jewelry. I'm a little bit of a jewelry nut. So this is all carved shell. There's just like endless pieces of good stuff in here. Let's see what other treasures we can find. This is another sterling piece. It's pretty nice. There's another filigree piece that's really nice. Very similar to that other one, but this one's got a nice, beautiful, it's actually missing a little bit of a stone right there. But people fix these up. People replace those stones. They do really well with those. This piece right here is signed, which we're gonna look at in a second. Look how elaborate that is. So delicate and elegant on that. Let's see what the signature says. This one says original by Robert. That's really amazing. Let's see. I can't even pull out the good stuff fast enough. There's like good stuff all throughout here that I'm just passing up. That's another sterling piece, but this one looks Danish. It's marked sterling, and it also has someone's initials on it, which is really cool. But that is like a Danish style bracelet right there, sterling silver bracelet. Another piece right there, another like vintage piece. That was beautiful. I forget what the green stone is called. It starts with an M. You can just correct me in the comments. Another beautiful cameo right there with pearls. Let's see what else we got in here. I saw something I was going for. Even that piece is crazy. Opens like that, closes. Beautiful clasp on it. Another really beautiful dainty piece right there. Let's see. That's a great piece. It's just like I can keep pulling out great pieces. This is a great piece. This one's going to be marked sterling or gold. So that one's 925. That one has probably just rhinestones in it, but that one's beautiful too. So I'm going to put some of this back. Really great finds in this box. Every box has some sort of treasure in it. And what our team will do is they'll actually go through this piece by piece by piece, pull every single thing out, lay it all out, organize it, lot it, and put it all together with like kinds. We're going to open this little box right here. We're actually doing a jewelry show tonight. We've been starting to do Whatnot for like our lower end jewelry. And so I'll leave our Whatnot link in the description below where you guys can follow us on Whatnot and buy some of this jewelry. And then I'll also leave the link below for the auction house that we're selling all of this jewelry through so that you can find some of it. We always get jewelry, we get a ton of it. Here's a nice sterling piece and we sell it all, you know. That's a beautiful Austrian piece right there. So same thing again and again and again. Really nice vintage pieces in here. You ready for the next box? All right, let's do this. And this is the last box of our first bin. And we have three more bins to go through. So we still have quite a bit. So let's see what's in here. Ta-da! Some watches, some antique pieces. This is a really cool piece right here. So this is all amber on the spider, and it is signed. So we're gonna see who made it. So it says amber, 12 karat gold filled, and it says Guild. So it's gold filled, amber in there. It's a great piece. Standalone, we'll be able to get, you know, $40, $50 for that one little piece. Then there's a really good piece right here. Let's take out this one first. This is another brooch. This one is sterling silver. This one's marked on the back. It says TH. And then it says W. What that means? And then it says 925. That's a great sterling brooch right there. A lot of different earrings and sets that we need to put together, go through and find. Really great pieces like that. That's amazing. Let's see if there's anything under these trays. So a lot of more Nola Miller pieces, a lot of pearls, a lot of bangles, a lot of just normal average pieces. So we got to our first bin, but let's go through the second bin. We're not going to do this, but we will do these. We'll do some box opening. Won't do that, that's just airing bags. We will open this box, and then we have a bunch more of those bags. We found amazing stuff in those bags earlier. So I'm really excited about what we're gonna find in all of these bags. Let's start here. All right, you ready to see what's in this box? Ta-da! All right, so we got a lot of sterling and gold chains. This is actually a lot of compacts in here, and you have really beautiful ones. Like this compact is crazy. Again, this is another piece. It says Melissa on it, and it has like carved mother of pearl. It's a great piece. There's a lot of different beaded pieces, some other mother of pearl pieces, some other compacts in here, another mother of pearl compact. That one has a broken mirror on it, but it's still good. And then here's the sterling silver Mickey Mouse chain, which is super cute. So a lot of treasures in this box as well. We'll get into like little lockets and such. Let's see if anybody's in there. Are in there, so we're gonna return that to the family. See if they want it, and it's on a gold chain, which is nice. So I'll set that one aside. There's cameos, all sorts of treasures. Now this piece right here is an antique compact, and what you have going on here is that you have an enamel, baked enamel on the outer shell, and then in here is a hand-painted porcelain. So this is actually a really beautiful piece. Then you have all of this design work back here. So let's see if we open it. Hopefully you got that. So open it, and it's got old makeup in it, and she spent $350 on this. So this is a crazy amazing piece, really beautiful, and probably from mid 1800s, late 1800s. Awesome, let's keep it moving. But it's amazing, amazing stuff in here. We have these boxes right here. No idea what's in them. We're gonna find out. Nice, almost stabbed myself to death with that one. All right, I already see good stuff in here. So first of all, we have this like carved bone piece right here, which is really amazing. We have this Vendome brooch, which is to die for. That's a really cool piece. That's really neat. And then we have this beautiful brooch right here. Don't see a signature on this one, but that's crazy. This one that tried to kill me is signed, made in Austria. That's a crazy piece right there. There's like the vintage costume jewelry in here is to die for. Look at this. I don't know what this is. It's a brooch maybe that sits like that. It needs to be untangled a little bit. But that's a crazy piece. Let's keep it going. I already see some amethyst in this little box. This is a crazy piece.